View the article online at http://citywire.co.uk. Money article A107875 and Wall Street sources markets cheer Trump tax reforms with Dow beating its record for 70th time this year. The Daily Telegraph Bitcoin has no fundamental value and is likely to end in tears once speculators discover how hard it can be to extricate their cash, Singapore's financial watchdog has warned. The Times. Confidence that President Trump will achieve his first significant legislative victory within the next few days helped Wall Street's record-breaking streak continue with a new milestone of its own last night. Financial Times Vonovia, Germany's largest listed residential landlord, is buying Austrian peer Buwog for €5.2 billion in an allcash deal that is the third major property transaction in 2 weeks. Financial Times KPMG's UK partners suffered an 11% average pay reduction this year and earned significantly less than rivals at Deloitte, PwC and EY as their firms' profits fell sharply. Financial Times Cyril Ramaphosa was elected leader of South Africa's ruling African National Congress on Monday, threatening President Jacob Zuma's grip on power after the most divisive vote in the party's history. The Guardian: the EU has launched an in-depth investigation into the tax affairs of IKEA after claims the retailer's deals with the Dutch government have saved it around €1 billion £880 million. The Times: the global economy is set to grow at its fastest rate since 2011, propelled by growth in the US, the Eurozone and Asia. But the UK is set to drag back worldwide GDP, according to PwC. The Guardian: Britain cannot have a special deal for the City of London, the European Union's chief Brexit negotiator has said, dealing a blow to Theresa May's hopes of securing a bespoke trade agreement with the bloc. The Times: Toyota will be producing more than 5.5 million cars a year that will be electrified, in some way, by 2030. Daily Mail: Triumph Motorcycles, whose customers are typically men aged 40 and over, said demand for modern classics had increased 300% over the last 5 years while its super sport category had declined. The Daily Telegraph: entrepreneur Sanjeev Gupta's global spending spree has continued with his Liberty Steel business revealing plans to restart production at a mothballed US steel works. The Times: GlaxoSmithKline has boosted its stake in its Saudi Arabian unit to 75% as the drug maker seeks to benefit from the kingdom's plan to transform its economy and increase the local manufacturing of pharmaceutical products. The Daily Telegraph: Oxford University spin-out Evox Therapeutics has struck a research deal with one of Europe's largest pharmaceutical firms to develop DNA-modifying drugs for deadly diseases such as cancer. Daily Mail: Chanel is setting its sights on London expansion, with plans to open a head office in prestigious Mayfair. Financial Times: Chinese consumers have embraced facial identification and mobile payments to buy everything from fast food to sex toys, drawn towards the efficiency and the novelty of semi-automated stores. The Guardian: Toys R Us UK is facing potential collapse this week with a loss of 3,200 jobs as it struggles to win the support of the state-backed pension protection fund PPF for a planned restructure. The Guardian: a crackdown by the European regulator on high-risk online bets has sent shares in spread betting firms plummeting. The Guardian: every major country in the world except India reduced its consumption of coal last year, with demand for the dirty fuel forecast to stagnate for the next half-decade, according to official forecasts. The Daily Telegraph: Kaspersky Lab, the Russian cybersecurity firm, has filed a lawsuit against the Trump administration over the decision to ban the use of its products in federal systems. Financial Times: 5 financial institutions that endured huge losses in the crisis would be forced to take write-downs totaling almost $50 billion if the planned U.S. tax rewrite passes, denting profits at Citigroup and requiring taxpayers to inject new funds into Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. The Daily Telegraph: the European Union is considering a database of Bitcoin owners in Europe, under laws designed to fight money laundering and terrorism. The Times: Tempest share tips by Alliance Trust Investments by Unilever. The Times: Walt Disney's $66 billion bid for 21st Century Fox is shortchanging investors in Sky, a veteran hedge fund manager warned Crispin O'D, who is among the British PAYTV company's top 20 shareholders, said that the broadcaster should fetch a higher price than the £10.75 per share on offer from Fox, suggesting £12.30 is appropriate. Daily Mail US Sweets. Giant Hershey is thought to have made a £12.08.98 per share offer to buy Amplify snack brands, which acquired Tyrrell's for £300 million last year, according to reports by CNBC. Financial Times. When French IT company Atos announced last week that it was trying to buy struggling digital security group Gemalto, it characterized its bid as friendly, and said it had the approval of the French state. Daily Mail. Budget airline EasyJet has confirmed the acquisition of a chunk of Air Berlin's business for £35.2 million. Financial Times. The owner of London power breakfast locale The Wolseley has been snapped up by Bangkok-listed Minor Hotels, in the latest in a string of overseas investments by Thai companies seeking to expand abroad. Financial Times. Great Portland Estates has sold its high-profile South Bank Tower 240 Blackfriars Road to Emirati investors, as London property developers continue to offload buildings to foreign investors. In the face of weak public valuations and worries of a potential market slowdown. Financial Times. Wealth manager Utmost has snapped up Generally Pan-Europe, creating a company with €24 billion under management. The Daily Telegraph. Comment: 2017 was the year supposed economic threats like Trump turned into non-events. Read more, by Daniel Grote on December 20, 2017 at 13:20.